Breaking news. A mysterious new object has been detected hurtling through our solar system, positioned directly between the interstellar traveler 3I Atlas and Earth. The object, designated C-2025 V1 Borisov, was first observed by Gennady Borisov from Crimea, the same astronomer who discovered 2I Borisov, the second interstellar object ever recorded. Now, history may be repeating itself. What makes this discovery so intriguing is that, unlike 3I Atlas, this new object doesn't display a visible cometary tail. A few early observations hinted at faint traces of a tail, but most telescopic images revealed nothing more than a dense, smoky cloud, an unusually opaque formation for a supposed comet. Even more surprising, it's currently positioned closer to the Sun than 3I Atlas itself. Meanwhile, new post-perihelion images of 3I Atlas have surfaced, showing the object battered by intense solar storms and radiation ever since its conjunction with Neptune on the 21st. Despite enduring massive waves of solar energy, Atlas still exhibits no discernible tail, a continuing mystery that defies all expectations of normal cometary behavior. Adding to the intrigue, China has finally released images of 3I Atlas captured by the Tianwen probe while orbiting Mars earlier in October. Although the images are low in resolution, they mark the first confirmed visuals released by any space agency. Now the global astronomy community waits on NASA and possibly even the UAE space agency to publish their own data, though it remains uncertain how detailed or revealing those will be. So here's where we stand. A newly discovered, potentially interstellar object is traveling between 3I Atlas and Earth, officially classified as a comet, but unlike any we've ever seen. If its trajectory holds, it will reach perihelion by mid-November, when its true nature may finally be revealed. And as this unfolds, fresh imagery of 3I Atlas continues to stream in, still hovering near the Sun, but steadily drifting closer to Jupiter. Imagine standing before a living map of the universe, a vast digital model of our solar system powered by the SkyEye visualization system, where three enigmatic visitors, 3I Atlas, C-2025 V1 Borisov, and C-2025 K1 Atlas, move through space on mysterious, unexplainable trajectories. From Earth's viewpoint, these three cosmic wanderers appear to converge, approaching one another in the night sky with uncanny precision. The most dazzling among them, K1 Atlas, glows with a rare, radiant golden tail instead of the typical bluish-white hue seen in other comets. At present, K1 Atlas drifts through the constellation Leo, while Borisov travels through Virgo, positioned right beside 3I Atlas, three cosmic anomalies crossing paths in a way that defies ordinary celestial mechanics. On November 6th, when observed from Earth, something remarkable will unfold in the night sky. Three celestial bodies, 3I Atlas, C-2025 V1 Borisov, and C-2025 K1 Atlas, will appear strikingly close to one another, forming what looks like a flawless cosmic arrangement. Just 2 days later, on November 8th, they will align almost perfectly in a straight line. An exceptionally rare event that has left astronomers questioning whether this is a mere coincidence or a revelation of some deeper cosmic law quietly resurfacing from the past. Borisov, a newcomer to the heavens, was first detected around November 3rd. Emerging from below the ecliptic plane, it began to rise sharply, tracing an orbit typical of an extrasolar comet. Initially catalogued under the provisional code GB000, this identifier still holds the most detailed preliminary data before the official classification C-2025 V1 Borisov becomes globally updated in astronomical databases. Calculations predict that Borisov will reach its perihelion, its closest point to the Sun, on November 16th. When viewed on a detailed 3D solar system map, Borisov appears nestled near the Sun but slightly above the ecliptic plane, forming an almost perfect straight line with Earth. In this same alignment, 3I Atlas also appears at a corresponding position, making the three objects appear to merge into a single mystical axis of light stretching through the void. This extraordinary alignment between Earth, Borisov, and 3I Atlas has captivated the global astronomy community. Some scientists argue it's a simple orbital coincidence, the kind of mathematical alignment that occasionally occurs by chance. Others believe it could be something far more profound, a cosmic signal, perhaps carrying meanings or mechanisms that humanity has yet to decipher. Could it be a random arrangement or a subtle message from the universe about an impending event? The answer remains hidden among the stars. What's certain is that this alignment coincides with a surge in solar activity, a storm season more violent than any in recent years. Massive sunspots on the far side of the Sun have erupted in waves, sending powerful solar flares sweeping across interplanetary space. Since October 21st, these solar storms have been observed heading directly toward 3I Atlas, bombarding it with radiation and plasma bursts. Some researchers speculate that these outbursts could be connected to the nearby presence of another object, A6 Lemon, currently traveling through the same sector of space. And when astronomers adjust their 3D orbital models, the picture becomes even more astonishing. The alignment between Earth, Borisov, and 3I Atlas emerges with geometric precision, a celestial configuration that seems less like chance and more like a deliberate pattern written into the fabric of the cosmos. At a precise moment in time, the Earth, the Sun, and the object known as Lemon are positioned almost perfectly in a straight line, with sunspots from the solar surface firing directly toward it. When astronomers rewind the celestial clock to November 5th, this same alignment remains visible, forming what appears to be a massive axis of energy linking the Sun and Lemon. According to advanced simulations, as Lemon moves closer to its perihelion, the point nearest to the Sun, it is expected to realign with both the Earth and the Sun, amplifying the chances of intense solar radiation bursts traveling in this exact direction. Experts now believe solar activity could stay unusually high for several consecutive days. What's even more astonishing is that this rare resonance seems to coincide with a growing number of strange objects emerging within the inner solar system. One example is C-2025 V1 Borisov, which, while likely just a comet following a normal orbital path, has caught scientists' attention. Due to its precise timing and position between the Atlas 3I region and Earth, this strange coincidence has led many researchers to wonder if it's simply chance, or part of a larger, hidden pattern of cosmic events that defy current understanding. Some analysts even caution against hastily categorizing every interstellar object as a typical comet, arguing that our existing models may be far too limited to capture their true nature. Yet this mystery doesn't necessarily imply alien life or something supernatural, only that the universe might still be keeping secrets we've yet to comprehend. ChatGPT said, "While we may not yet fully understand the technology behind it all, one thing seems undeniable. The universe appears to be sending signals that challenge us to see reality with a more open and curious mind." Some theorists even compare the current surge in cosmic phenomena to a kind of simulation test, designed to prepare humanity for scenarios that were once purely theoretical. Meanwhile, the Sun shows no signs of calming down. In the past few days alone, Earth has been struck by a G3-class geomagnetic storm, disrupting the planet's magnetic field and causing noticeable atmospheric disturbances. Experts are already warning that within the next 12 hours, an even stronger solar storm could erupt. This alarming forecast coincides with the sudden appearance of Borisov, a mysterious object now traveling dangerously close to Earth, almost within Venus's orbit. Its unusual trajectory and timing have sparked intense debate over whether there might be a hidden connection between interstellar visitors and the sun's growing volatility. What makes Borisov even more puzzling is its nearly invisible tail, or lack thereof, visible in only 2 out of 10 recent observations. A tailless comet drifting silently between Earth and Atlas 3I during a period of extreme solar activity has pushed astronomers to re-examine every fragment of data. Could this be a random cosmic coincidence or the first in a chain of interlinked celestial events yet to be decoded? Calculations show that Borisov will reach its perihelion, the point nearest to the Sun, on November 16th. A close look at the 3D solar map for that date reveals something extraordinary. Borisov positioned near the Sun, slightly above the ecliptic plane, forming an almost perfect alignment with Earth. To make it even stranger, Atlas 3I appears in a corresponding location, creating the illusion of a brilliant axis of light stretching through space. This alignment between Earth, Borisov, and Atlas 3I has become a topic of fascination in the scientific community. Some dismiss it as a mere mathematical coincidence, while others interpret it as a possible cosmic message, a whisper from the universe about something yet to unfold. Whether it's just a random overlap of orbits or a subtle warning embedded in the stars, the truth remains hidden in the depths of space. What's certain is that we've entered an unusually active solar phase, with massive sunspots erupting violently on the far side of the Sun. Since October 21st, waves of powerful solar storms have been detected, appearing to aim directly toward Atlas 3I, a pattern some believe may tie back to the presence of the enigmatic A6 lemon, currently moving near that same region. When scientists adjusted the 3D model, a striking alignment became clear once again. The Earth, the Sun, and lemon standing nearly in a perfect line, with sunspots firing toward it. The same configuration visible if we turn back time to November 5th, forming what looks like a colossal energy axis linking the Sun and lemon in one mysterious cosmic dance. According to advanced simulations, as the object lemon nears its perihelion, it is expected to once again align almost perfectly with the Sun and Earth, a positioning that could amplify solar activity and trigger continued bursts of intense radiation directed along this cosmic axis. Scientists believe that this rare resonance may keep solar activity elevated for several more days. What's particularly intriguing, however, is the growing presence of unusual celestial bodies emerging within the inner solar system during this period. One striking example is C-2025 V1 Borisov, a recently discovered object that, although it appears to follow the path of a typical comet, was detected at an uncanny moment and location, precisely between Atlas 3I and Earth. This perfect timing has raised deep questions among researchers. Could this truly be just coincidence or part of a larger interconnected chain of cosmic phenomena governed by laws we've yet to grasp? Some analysts even anxiously awaiting high-resolution images from NASA's Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, MRO, equipped with its powerful high-rise camera. The anticipation has even reached political circles. A U.S. Congresswoman has formally requested NASA to release the image data of 3I Atlas. However, the agency responded that it will do so only after the ongoing government shutdown concludes, a statement that has sparked frustration among scientists and the public alike. Experts argue that once the high-rise images are made public, they could provide a much clearer understanding of 3I Atlas's size, shape, and composition. Yet some remain doubtful, fearing the new images might be as disappointing as the grainy Chinese photo, mockingly compared by one expert to something shot with a potato camera. For now, hopes rest on data from the Hubble Space Telescope and the James Webb Space Telescope, both capable of capturing highly detailed visuals and spectral readings of interstellar bodies. Still, obtaining top-tier data on 3i Atlas faces major hurdles, from technical limitations to geopolitical roadblocks. Despite these challenges, researchers see this as an extraordinary opportunity to study interstellar material and its interaction with solar winds, knowledge that could reshape our understanding of how the universe connects beyond the solar system. Some even believe insights from 3i Atlas could inform future strategies for deep space survival, including colonization prospects on Ganymede, Jupiter's icy moon believed to contain vast reserves of frozen water. In the meantime, China has publicly shared its observational data weeks after ESA's initial findings, while Earth-based telescopes have resumed tracking 3i Atlas's progress. Though the current imagery may not offer dramatic revelations, it signals the start of a new chapter in exploration, where even the faint glow of a distant object beyond the solar system might contain the answer to one of humanity's oldest questions. Are we truly alone in the universe? The latest image, captured on November 5th by an observatory in Spain, adds yet another clue. It shows the sun shining in one direction while a faint streak, believed to be the tip of 3i Atlas's tail, extends in the opposite. Yet due to poor color contrast and low brightness, determining its actual length or structure remains difficult. Although this new image isn't much sharper than its predecessors, what astonishes researchers is that 3i Atlas, astonishingly, 3i Atlas has remained virtually unchanged, despite enduring fierce solar winds and intense radiation as it passed perihelion, the closest point in its orbit to the Sun. There were no visible signs of evaporation, no long luminous tail, and no outbursts of activity. Once again, 3i Atlas continues to defy every known model of traditional cometary behavior. Meanwhile, on November 5th, NASA finalized its latest orbital and gravitational acceleration analyses of the object, comparing them with data from November 2nd and 3, just before and after perihelion. The findings revealed that 3i Atlas's gravitational acceleration was far lower than scientists had expected, showing virtually no deviation in its trajectory despite its proximity to the Sun. This stands in sharp contrast to ordinary comets, which typically experience orbital shifts caused by the outgassing of vaporized ice and dust under intense solar heat. That discovery has triggered a profound question across the scientific community. Why is 3i Atlas so unusually stable within such a violent solar environment? Could it be composed largely of metallic or rocky material, resembling an asteroid more than a comet? Or does it conceal an entirely new physical process that has yet to be documented by modern science? Although the mystery remains unresolved, astronomers unanimously agree that 3i Atlas is rewriting the rules of how we understand interstellar comets. Here is an object traveling at extreme velocity, surviving the sun's furious radiation without a tail, without eruptions, yet shining with a steady brilliance, as though it holds within it the secret to a form of matter humanity has only begun to imagine. If you'd like to follow this extraordinary cosmic journey and the unfolding discoveries surrounding 3i Atlas, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next updates. I'll continue sharing every new revelation as it happens. And let me know in the comments, what mystery of the universe do you think 3i Atlas might help us solve next? I read every thought you share, and who knows, your idea might just spark the next great question for the cosmos itself.